Welcome to whatever classiest night on earth. Hi everybody, how are you doing? Happy fucking Faded Friday. My nose. What are you gonna do? I'm sorry about the music. My ass did it. What the fuck are you gonna do? Happy fucking Friday. I'm really excited to play this game. Um, what up, Rip? How are you? Thank you so much for subbing the class, keeping the class alive, and giving a fucking anus its wings with that Prime sub. Don't forget your Prime subs. Every time you forget your Prime sub, Jeff Bezos gets a fucking $5 bill shoved up his crunchy butthole. Why is it crunchy? It's the $5 bills. Stop it. Use your Primes. I appreciate you.
Satan has a very special pineapple for your asshole.
Donna, how are you doing? I missed you. How are you? Thank you for subbing to the class, keeping the class alive, and giving any swings so fucking long. I appreciate you. Thank you. I missed you as well, man. This past week has been sad hell. Oh my God, Kendo, I slept all night for the first time in like 9 days. I consistently fucking slept for the first time in a very long time, and I'm just, yeah, feeling like a superhero, still a mucus machine, but goddamn, sleep, ugh. I knew it. Like, I know that sleep is like, when your sleep is off, that's definitely going to affect your healing, right? Like, you don't need any medical training to know that. That's common sense. And the coughing and shit was just keeping me up constantly, and I fucking finally slept. And I'm just so happy. Kona, thank you for subbing to the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it any swings for 19 months. Can I ask why it's your hubby's favorite number? I don't think I've ever heard anyone say 19 is their favorite number. I fucking don't feel like you guys know this, if you're sleep deprived, you just kind of walk in circles. Like your entire day is walking into a room and forgetting why you're there. It's mind numbing and I hate it. I heard Bob from Bog. Oh, Donna. I wish I could do Bob's voice. That voice actor is amazing. He's so good. Dude, isn't it weird, Rip? I'm the same. Like, I hate being sick, but that NyQuil sleep is just fucking off the charts. It's so good. Oh, it has to do with Stephen King and Dark Tower? Cool. Oh, and you got married on March? Okay, that's pretty fucking precious. Wait. Your anniversary was like 3 days ago? Happy anniversary, bitch. Pacing. Lots of pacing. Yep. And it's just your brain can't tell you what to do. Yeah, it's short-term amnesia. But, like, I didn't actually have a goal. I just think I did. So I keep walking into rooms. It's terrible. I hate that feeling. I mean, I do that all the time. Like, right? Like, I mean, I definitely walk in I do this in video games. Man, you guys know I've been trying out Enshrouded. It's not done. It's like in beta or alpha. I don't know. It's not released fully yet, so it's not done. But when it's done, I'm going to be playing on stream because it's super fun. But the crafting can get a little, it's very, like, you have to craft one thing on one craft table and then take the product, go to another craft table, take that product, go to another craft table. And by the time I get to the last craft table, I'll seriously sit there and just, what the fuck was I making? And I will literally just sit there for 5 minutes just staring for what was I doing? I have no idea. I get so distracted so easily. Thank you, Music Man. I finally fucking slept, thank God. 3 to 4 days of 1 to 2 hours of sleep from hip pain. Oh my God, that's miserable. No, thank you. The fuck with the hype train. Thank you for the hype.
Shut the hell up.
I forget those alerts are there. I still have that mic somewhere, that Rode mic. That was my first mic. Dude in college had bought a whole bottle of NyQuil for me for $15 that I had just bought because I was sick. I sold it and went and bought another one and came back. Dude chugged it? What? You chugged it or wait, you chugged a bottle of NyQuil? I'm confused. That's not good.
The best part
What?
of waking up is Satan in your cup.
Fucking Najio gifting 10 subs in the chat. What the fuck? Thank you, you generous hoe. Gravity 127 snapped. Snapdax 23, Dan in outer space. Lazarus stuck outdoors. I'm gonna say that name wrong every time, and I'm so sorry. K Breeze, Lanto Ashore, Max 8969, Dan Star the First, NGHDSTDDT. Welcome to my channel, welcome to my stream. You're all butt wizards, the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent. You're welcome, and thank you. I appreciate you, Najeel. And gifting a sub to Sincerely Myers. I don't know why that one got separated, but thank you. Tell me how that's any different than real life, though. I stood in my kitchen yesterday with the vacuum running for 5 minutes trying to figure out what I was doing. That's what I'm saying, Mish. I do it all the time anyways, but like when I'm not sick, I actually did have a goal when I walked into that room. But when I'm sick, I just walk into rooms and try to convince myself I had a goal, but I didn't. It's just like an extra layer of like, why am I here? He wanted a cheap high. Isn't that what some people used to do? I mean, seriously, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't that what Slizzerp is or whatever? It's like cough syrup and 7-Up or something, right? Codeine cough syrup. It was like a thing. People were doing it. Lean. Yeah, the lean shit. That was a thing. Yeah, robo tripping. Yeah. I've never done it, but I remember kids doing it. It was a thing. The tussin. Yeah. I told you guys, I was a dumb child, as we all are. I forgot my coffee in the kitchen. I'm going to grab it really quick. But I don't know. I had a little cluster of my little goth reject friends, and we would try to make drugs. Don't do this. And one of them added gasoline to cough syrup, burned it up, and we got something out of it called Coricidin, and we took it, and our bodies died. Don't fuck with drugs. Be right back. Anyways, yeah, honestly, Sleaze, I couldn't even tell you. It was the two, like, I had, mouse. Mouse fell off. Man, it's so weird. You guys know I listen to way too much true crime, and the more true crime I listen to, the more I realized I should have been a true crime. Like, I could have been a true crime. I shouldn't say should have, could have. But like, I had these two guy friends in high school, and they were just not good people. But when you're a kid and you want to escape home, you suck into any group you can possibly get into, I guess. And they would create shit, and we would just do it. Idiots. Idiots. If anybody's ever heard of Coricidin, I've never forgot it because it was the scariest thing I've ever done. Mm-hmm. Vanilla too, right? I knew a dude who drank straight NyQuil. Gross. It fucking tastes so bad. Why would you do that? Donna, same. I mean, you want to get fucked up that bad? A bottle of vanilla? That's gotta be bad for you. I feel like you would puke. I mean, honestly, like, I get fucked up on Benadryl. Anything that has histamines in it, anything that has antihistamines in it, I should say, is gonna fuck me up. I get like I'm still the NyQuil hangover. I have it for a day. Like, I have this weird kind of fuzz if I take NyQuil or something like that. Like, I don't. Ugh. It has dick. Wait, why are there dick jokes? I mean, Donna, I kind of feel that way about alcohol, though. Like, I know it sounds like ridiculous, but there's no booze in the world that's like, yummy, yummy. I love that. There's a reason we make cocktails, right? It's to like mix it up and make it taste different. I don't like booze, like drinks and stuff. I've never understood it. Like, yeah, if you want to get fucked up, but it tastes so bad. I do not understand. Like, it's just poison. I don't know, man. There's never been a moment where alcohol is added to something. I'm like, wow, that made everything better. Thank you for the hype train, by the way. I appreciate you. It's just basically straight alcohol with the vanilla. So that's what the extract is. Is it like rubbing alcohol? Wait, stop it. My high school girlfriend's sister tried to smoke wet banana peels. The burps, would you smell good? Would we smell like vanilla? I don't want it. No, don't do that. No. Southern Comfort's disgusting. What up, Rage? How are you, love? I mean, dude, Rip, let's be real, right? None of this smells good. Like, at least when you guys have a drink, the glass you drank out of doesn't smell like something you need to smell on fire after. You need to set on fire afterwards. Like, we can throw shame all over. This is disgusting too. I've never in my life been like, yummy resin smell. On that note, cheers. I thought vanilla extract was beaver butt. Erican, I think that's beaver butt. Oh god. Blue fake blue raspberry flavor I think was cultivated from beaver butt glands. It's not made from them, but like that's where we got the chemical compound for it. I think. Something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. It's been a while. I learned about that way back in the day in chemistry. Cheers. They were drinking hand sanitizer? No. What? That's not ethanol. What? Did they die? Dude looks up from eating beaver ass. You'll never believe this. Jesus fuck. I mean, it's gotta be similar to the first guy who drank, like, cow milk, right? Like, oh my god, you guys wouldn't believe this dick tastes good. Something weird had to go on there, you know what I'm saying? There's like 7 of them dicks down there. It tastes great. This dun cow's got a nice dick. Strain, you know what, Cinemus? I don't know. That's my stoner bowl from last night. But the strain I'm about to grind up is cold. It's a one I haven't tried before, actually. Egyptian Lotus. Have you ever had that one? It's by Cosmos. It says Egyptian Lotus. I think it's a 50/50. Allegedly, it's a hybrid. Allegedly THCA 22.61, total THC 19.83 for a total of 23.74. Magic math. Who the fuck knows where they come up with this shit? Neither have I. I like to try new strains. Yeah, that, I mean, Beaver Tail stops slaps him for stopping. Can make my eyes water. Jesus Christ. Y'all are sick. But no shit, I've thought about that. Like, I mean, who hasn't, though? Milk is a weird concept. Did you know that donkey milk is green? In places in Mexico, people will just, like, stand on the side of the road with their donkey and sell shots of donkey milk, and they'll just... Wild. It's green. What has Shrek been doing? Having fun, bro. God. What? I mean, I'm gonna be real. Like, maybe. Oh my God. On that note, have you guys seen those? I mean, I'm on Instagram. I don't scroll TikTok, but you guys all know it's like everything on Instagram was just 2 weeks old TikToks, right? So I'm scrolling through Instagram, and there's these really cool videos. I've seen them a couple times. That's what I'm saying. If you've seen them before, where it'll be like a hand with a little tiny, looks like a grain of sand, and then all of a sudden the hand has like a giant moth on it, and it's basically like, here's the egg, here's the creature. Here's the egg, here's the creature. It'll be like another little spot, and then a praying mantis, and then another little weird egg thing, and then some giant beetle or something. I love bugs. They're really cool. And I saw one recently where it was like little egg, giant bug, little egg, giant bug. Come, child. I fucking choked on my tongue. I almost died. I was not ready. Like, he literally had his hand with, like, a cum shot in it and then just a kid at a table. It was the funniest shit I've ever seen. Ghosts? I love ghosts and things. Me too. Dude, this game actually looks really cool. It's it's really heavy dialogue and really heavy cutscenes and stuff, which is what I was looking for because I'm still sick and I don't want to get more sick. So I'm trying to cut down on the usage of my voice and my body. And I figured a fucking cool game like that. It's brand new. But it's like, I guess you hunt ghosts or something? I don't know. You're an exorcist? I don't fucking know. Are we sure it's milk? Blue milk? No. No.
Shut the hell up.
Agreed. What? No. Magic Mistress, thank you for the 500 biddies, you generous fuck. I appreciate you. Have I seen the Crow trailer? I'm ignoring the Crow now. No, I want nothing to do with that. I saw shots of the characters and I just have exactly negative 29 interest in it. Is it redemptive? Hi, Kieran. How are you, love? Good morning, Vox. Or whatever, daytime. I have not seen the lineup for Lollapalooza, though. I've never really looked at it because they've never really had a ton of shit I was really interested in. So I liked Vampire too. I really liked Vampire. I rage quit Vampire simply because some games do this and it's fine. I mean, a lot of people, they don't mind it, but the game, like if a game is the type of game where I'm going to have some sort of compass or a mini map and it's going to show me quest markers and guide me to them, it would make sense to guide me towards the beginning of the quest, right? Vampire has this horrible habit of putting the quest marker on the actual quest, but you can't, like, I literally rage quit because there was a quest marker under the city, and the quest marker was in the middle of the city where there was nowhere to get under the city, and I could not figure out where the fuck. I just ran around for like 6 hours. Could not get to this goddamn quest marker and just quit. I was like, fuck that. I don't know where to go. Like, nothing. That shit pisses me off more than, like, I don't want to waste my time. I got a lot of shit to do. You know what I'm saying? But I liked Vampire. I loved the concept of it. It was a great game. But man, that pisses me off. It was just so much just me literally. It was actually 6 hours of playtime of doing nothing. Just trying to find how the fuck to get to wherever this quest marker was going. Very annoying. Very fucking annoying. How long? Oh, that mic drop alert was so long ago. That was when I was still in college. No shit. 10 years ago. I was a baby. I was a little fetus. Did you enjoy The Crow with Brandon Lee? Absolutely. The Crow, the original Crow, is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's got one of the best soundtracks. It was what all the little baby goths of the 90s wanted. Like, we finally got our like gothic romance story movie, right? It's what we needed. We like clung to it. It had Nine Inch Nails in it, for fuck's sake. Like, I was obsessed, and this I'm open to a remake. I'm not closed down to the idea of a remake, but this one looks abhorrent. Abhorrent. I hate it. BG3 had a quest marker like that drove me insane. Yeah, I'll just quit. It's very much it's a moment of like a privilege, where I can say, I'm gonna quit your game because I have 5,000 I can play that won't do this to me. Your game's got to be pretty damn good to get me to do nothing for 6 hours. There's just so much, We got options. I love Nine Inch Nails too. It's the way that the Skarsgård kid, the way they made him look for this new Crow movie. They made him look like a mumble rap fuckboy. And I'm so fucking sorry. No. Whoever's in charge of that needs to eat a dirty butthole. What is that? What the fuck? Like, they missed all the goth. Like, I guess this is personal opinion. Coming from my little baby goth, era, the point of The Crow was not a retributional love story. The part of The Crow we loved was the gothic, dark, rainy, Gotham-esque city and the stuff. And I don't think they got that. Like, they were like, nah, kid's just like a redemptive love story where a girl murdered and the guy comes back as a magical crow man. No. That's not it. And I feel like that's the only thing they're going to keep about it, is that he comes back from the dead to redeem his murdered wife or whatever. And it pisses me off. What the fuck? What is that? What is that? I wish Joker Jared Leto get out of my head. That's exactly what he looks like. I've said almost the exact same thing. That's literally what they made him look like. I just don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. Why? Like, what is that? Happy Faded Friday. I'm literally packing a bowl of yada. I got a new strain. Egyptian Lotus. Have you ever had that? I've never even seen it before. Oh my god, Magic Mistress. I mean, if you like anything gothy, creepy, wonderful 90s and you like Nine Inch Nails, please watch The Crow, the original. And if at all costs, please watch it before tainting your brain with the new one. The new one might be great, but it just shouldn't be called The Crow. It's kind of like the Borderlands show they're coming out with. Call it something else. You're making something different. And I don't know. It's like at this point, don't they realize how mad they're gonna make everybody? I don't know. A revenge story. Thank you. That's a better word for it. It's a revenge story. Yeah. Yeah. I think I was trying to come up with a word for him coming back from the dead. Like, well, there's an R word, right? Something. I think that's what I was trying to come up with when I said redemptive. Not redemptive. It's definitely a revenge story. But it was like the I don't know, the dark gothness of it is what got me as a kid. Is mumble rap fuckboy the new goth? And terror, that's a question. Like, this movie is probably not made for me. It's made for a younger generation. Is mumble rap fuckboy the new little goth kids that held their clothes together with safety pins? Maybe. It's just not my jam. Like, I liked the goth nature of it. I wasn't there for just... I don't really give a fuck about a love story or any of that, really. You know? Fire it up! Fire it up! Are they even gonna be there? Are they even gonna be there? I'm upset. I watched the Craft remake and it ruined me as a human, so now I'm just way overcautious. Like, they're destroying my childhood slowly and purely. And I hate it. Speaking of, I watched half of that fucking Nickelodeon documentary last night. Yuck. Big fucking yuck. Big fucking yuck. Wait, is the Fallout... Wait, the Fallout trailer looked really good. Is the show bad? Oh, no. Wait, what? Wait, yeah, the Fallout one was the one that looked good, right? Borderlands looked terrible. Is it... God damn it. Oh, okay, oh my god, I was scared. I thought maybe it was gonna be... I thought maybe you saw some or something. I was like, no, we had hope! The Fallout one looks good. Yeah, the Borderlands one, I mean, they just need to call it something else. It's not Borderlands. Same with this Crow movie. It's just not The Crow. What? You're just riding on a franchise's coattails because you're not brave enough to make your own thing. That's it. Blue milk. The Nick show's about a particular producer that was a shitty dick. Oh, way more than that. He's like, kind of a central figure. He was what was his actual official title? A writer or coach or something? I don't know. He had an official title, but like, he's an overarching theme of the entire documentary. Like, he was just a piece of shit. But they had multiple sex offenders working on the show consistently, sending nudes to 9-year-olds, sodomizing 9-year-olds, etc. Like, a lot of the like, I didn't have cable as a kid, so not a Nick kid, but a lot of the kids that I would say, like, if you're like 30, it's probably your age group. They were all like R-worded. It's just it's so bad. It's so bad. It's bad. It's like bad. It's not like, oh, it's subject. Like, maybe it was a bad touch. Maybe it wasn't. No, it's bad. It's just bad. It's really bad. Like, I don't even know who any of these characters are. I knew all that. Like, the show kind of starts at the beginning, like, all that, and the Amanda Bynes show, and then it goes forward in time. I do remember all that and Amanda Bynes, but none of that, like, in between. What was... Oh, God. I'm trying to remember the Drake and Josh show. That was not my time. That's way younger than me. That era is the one where they were all without... No. It's so bad. I mean, and get this. Oh, my God. I don't... Get this. This is probably the fucking just... One of the parts that I almost... So, the first, like, horrible pedophile to put it quite plainly, that they oust in the show who works for the show. His last name is literally Handy. And they introduce him before even saying anything he's done. And I shit you not, I was like, oh my God, if Handy's the molester, within 2 seconds, Handy's the molester. I was like, oh my God. Handy. Drake and Josh was after a lot of that, the Amanda show is when most of the really fucked up shit occurred. Is it really? I haven't watched the last two. I think the show, this Nickelodeon thing, it's 4 episodes, right, total, or are they doing more? I've only watched 2. I only watched 2 last night, so I haven't seen the last 2. So if they go over more of that, I'm assuming they're probably going to go over more of the Amanda Bynes stuff. I haven't watched the last 2 yet. Despite his actual title, he had his fingers in everything. Okay. So he was basically he was all over the place. Amanda still suffers. I mean, it's so fucked. David, it's pretty rough. I mean, you probably already, we've heard this kind of shit over and over. Child actors being fucking abused. And I mean, I'm not a parent, therefore my opinion doesn't matter, and I say this all the time. But the craziest part is, these parents, there's one parent who's like, my 9-year-old daughter was sent a picture by this Handy guy in an email of him naked masturbating to her. And the mom is in the documentary talking to the interviewers, and she says, I couldn't call the cops because I knew they'd think I'm a bad mom. I just knew I had to keep my daughter away from him. What? What? The fuck? You shouldn't be allowed to have children. If your concern is about your image of being a good parent over the welfare of your child, and this is in the interview today. She's still okay with this. No one's said maybe this is fucked up. I don't know, man. It's crazy. Well, and that's all the parents' role. All the parents that are in this, that so far that I've seen, all of them are like, I kind of had a feeling, but I didn't want to ruin it for my child. They all say something along those lines over and over and over again. And what the fuck? I don't get it. It's so crazy. It's just fucking vile. I mean, and it's stuff that I think it's so shocking because it's the shit I assume about these parents of child actors, but I'm like, no one can be that terrible. No, they are. They're so fucking out of touch. Yeah, once your income's wholly dependent on your child, you start excusing atrocities to maintain their lifestyle. Yuck. It is. I think it's what we've all kind of assumed about child actors' parents, because I know a lot of parents. I mean, I know vast majority of my friends have kids at this point, and none of them have ever even thought to put their kids on their social media, let alone thrust them into media. There's got to be some weird, to commodify your child, right? That's commodifying your child, right? It's kind of fucked. Right? Sleaze. Ruin it, take your kid and get the fuck out. And that's one of the parents in there is cognizant of that. I can't remember her name. She was a parent of a kid. I think it was All That or something. I don't know. I really didn't have cable as a kid, so I didn't watch a lot of these shows. I don't know the characters. But she said that her son gets fired after one season and she's heartbroken. Her son never trusts her again, whatever. But today she's interviewing and she's like, little did I know that my actions, i.e. just standing up for her child and speaking, that's all she did. All she did was actually speak out loud to protect her child because they smeared him with peanut butter and let dogs lick his whole body on cable television. I just don't even know what to do with this. She says today, she's like, little did I know I was saving my child. She's aware now. Thank fuck. That's the one mom I've seen so far in that whole show who seems mildly cognizant of what's going on. But my fucking God. It's just, ugh. To weed with it. Cheers. It's I don't know. I've never had lots of money. I don't know if I ever will. What is the level of money where you no longer are worried about your child being raped? To be quite frank, what is that dollar amount? I don't know. It really fucking fucks with me. I like to assume parents are out there for the best of for their kids, but fuck, dude. There isn't, right? That's what I think, David. But I don't, it really, what? I think they've got to be pre-fucked up. Like, I don't think money fucked them up. I think they were pre-fucked up and money just made it worse. Or something. It has to be. Oh, Seahorse, did you want the song? We have, unfortunately, because of the DMCA stuff, I can't have, like, an alert that calls out the actual song. I can tell you the song, though. You never feel like you can't ask. It's Depth of Satan's Eyes by Ghost. Depth of Satan's Eyes by Ghost. Sorry, my nose is really plugged, so I sound really nasal. Because of the black magic and the DMCAing, I have to keep it, like, off that. But I will always tell you what the song is. There's a fly in my house. What the fuck? My music stopped. There we go. Hi, David. How are you, love? There isn't a number. I don't think there's a point where your child's welfare doesn't become your top priority. I mean, I've talked to my mom about this. I've talked to my friends who are moms. Because, seriously, my assumption, not having kids, is that, and it's an assumption based on a lot of evidence and a lot of conversations, that, like, you would die for your child. And by die for your child, I don't just mean step in front of a bullet. You would confront someone who would maybe take away your income if they were harming your child. You would do anything to prevent harm for your child. Step in front of a bus, step in front of a bullet, whatever. Like, you take the L for your child because they're your sole existence. Like, every mom I talk to, they're like, that is your soul that has come out of your pussy and now you're responsible for keeping it good. And that's how they feel. And I just don't understand where that breaks. Or if people, like, had kids, like, even before they had a kid, were they like, I'm going to have a kid to commodify it? I don't know. Dude, right missile? That guy, though. I know. No, sleaze, there is. I mean, 100%. The one parent in the show, I wish I could remember her name or even her son's name. She talks about that. She talks about how she spoke up when her son was on the show because they were treating him like shit. And they were also, like, he was, I think he might have been the token black kid on the cast at the time. And they absolutely treated him that way. Like, every role he had, he was basically like a drug dealer or something, but for Girl Scout cookies. Like, it was not like, is that racist? It was like, wow, that's racist, you know? It didn't take a minute for you to be like, oh, wow. And so she spoke up about it. Rightfully fucking so. I would too. But in this interview, she talks about, she could see, like, in her son's eyes that he no longer trusted his mom to keep him safe. Because in his mind, this job was everything because she had instilled that in him. And she recognizes that now today, though, and they're healing their relationship, and that's awesome. Whereas every other parent that I've seen so far in the first 2 episodes be interviewed, I couldn't tell the cops because they think I'm a bad mom. What? 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 Who the fuck cares if you're a bad mom if you kept your kids safe? What? It just is bizarre. All kids are shitty. We talk about that all the time. I love kids. I'm not saying kids as a personal thing are shitty. Children have to be taught how to be humans. They kind of suck when they're little. And unfortunately, if they have shitty parents, they get taught to be shitty adults.
Now, I'm going to fuck you with Satan's cock.
Thank you for summing the class, keeping the class alive, and giving any swings to that fucking tier 2 taco. I appreciate you. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways. Yes, David. I watched the first 2 episodes of Quiet on the Set last night. If you guys haven't heard about this documentary that was dropped, it's a 4-part documentary called Quiet on the Set. It's on HBO. You know how to procure things. Don't just get HBO for this. I trust that you're smarter than that. But it's a calling out a lot of shit behind Nickelodeon and Disney in terms of how they treated kids and people that they kept on staff who were raping kids. I mean, I think one of the sexual like assaults people that were actually fired and everything, they actually had they would have been previously convicted of being a child molester, had been in prison. They were a convicted child predator and still got a job at Nickelodeon. Like they did no background checks. It's so bad. It's so bad. And some of the shit that really freaked me out is some of the, like, you could say some of the most benign stuff because it's not, I mean, it's like videos of Ariana Grande hanging off of a bed and pouring water all over her neck and giggling and gasping like a woman coming. And it wasn't part of the show. Like, it was just this extra footage. Or like trying to squeeze juice out of a potato. Oh, it's so hard. Just give me the juice. I'm not kidding you. That's really that exists. Go look at it. It's just so fucked. Ugh. Ugh. It's a bunch of big gross. It's David, it's worth a good watch. I wasn't a big Nickelodeon kid. I didn't have cable, so didn't have access to it. Saw it at like my grandma's house and stuff like that, but wasn't really exposed to a ton of it. So most of the shows they talk about, other than like all that, I don't know them at all. I was like cartoon era, I guess. Doug and Rugrats and shit, but all these real life shows I would never really watched. Or the Disney ones, like what's the one there's one girl who wrote that book recently. I'm glad my mom died. What's the show she was on? iCarly? That was way younger than me. I like was in college by the time that came out. So I'm so unfamiliar with them. Regardless, it's fucked up. Like it's super fucked up. What? The guy who directed Jeepers Creepers is a convicted diddler? What? I've never seen Jeepers Creepers. Yeah, Nickelodeon had the slime gimmick, exactly. Nickelodeon was the channel that would slime you. That's one thing. I mean, they compile scenes, so you're not having to watch like the entirety of these children's shows, but they compile scenes and like over 20 different scenes involve some sort of white slime being sneezed or shot onto a woman's face, and then the camera just sits on her face while it drips down her face for an extended period of time. Those are actually in the show. There's just like constant themes in these shows that are quite clearly adult. I mean, they're cum shot jokes. It's at one point, one of the little boys had to wear like a skin tight leotard and a giant dick on his face that was supposed to be a big nose, and then he would sneeze cum shots onto girls' faces. It's just like it's a lot. It's a lot. These poor children, these poor adults now, I hope they're okay, my god. David, yes. I would absolutely say be in the right mindset to watch it because it.
Fuck this fucking. How did you do fucking?
Thank you, Barry. So it illustrates the diversity of the word. Thank you for something to the class, keeping the class alive and giving any swings. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways. I fucking appreciate you. Yeah, it was. I would definitely. It's like, how do I put this? It's you have to be in the right mindset for it because it's a lot of like the kids from the show, a lot of the kids from all that and some of the shows are actually interviewed today as adults talking about things they went through. And it's a lot of when I was a kid, it was made to be very normal. As an adult, I realized it was super inappropriate for this 40-something-year-old man to invite my 9-year-old self into his office alone and ask for back massages and foot massages on a regular basis. Stuff like that, where you just start to get this pit in your stomach and you're like, oh my God. You know what I mean? I don't know. That shit just is so. And the parents were there and did nothing. And it's just the kind of like pit ish. But it's stuff that we all kind of, I assume you all probably assumed this like I did. Most child acting situations probably go this way because I mean, when's the last time we saw a child actor come out of it great? Poor Macaulay Culkin, Amanda Bynes, etc., etc. Yeah, it's not a happy stoned watch. It's one of those things you put on if you're in the mood for like a documentary or like it almost feels a little true crimey. Corey Haim, exactly. Like it's the stuff that we've heard about, but no one's really done like a documentary or something like that. They just put it all together into one big fucking. And then the guy who's like kind of a perpetrator of a lot of this nasty shit, he just does some sad apology video like today where he's like, man, I look at it now and I'm like, they are a little questionable. And if Nickelodeon wants to remove those scenes, that's fine. That's what he says in response to all this. It's a lot. I just feel, I mean, I say it all the time and I feel like I'm a broken record, but like, it seems to me in my ignorant mindset, I guess, that it's human instinct to protect the vulnerable, the old, the young, the infirm. No, it doesn't have to be a friend or your mom. Like, if you see someone who is the vulnerable, you fucking protect them. Like, I think it's instinctual. We don't even think about it first. We just do it. And the fact that there's this population of people creating the entertainment we consume as a nation who don't have that really is fucked with me. I don't, you know what I mean? That fucking apology video is a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. He's pathetic. It's a fucking joke. He's pathetic. Will Wheaton, yep. I mean, seriously, there's so many. I mean, Kirsten Dunst, she's talked a lot about her troubles with substance abuse and stuff from being a child actor. We watched those with our kids, and not gonna lie, I also thought it was weird, but then I think it's a kid's show. Don't look at it that with an adult. Now I regret being such a naive parent. I mean, how would you, Quill? I would not. I wouldn't take any fault on your heart if I was a parent. I would suggest you not. Like, if I was a parent, if I, like, put myself in the shoes of a parent, a fucking children's show, children's network designed for children, and in some cases by children, you should be able to trust that your child can watch that channel and you don't need to supervise it. In my opinion. Like, before any of this, if I had a kid and they were like, Mom, can I put on Nickelodeon? Yeah, I would not even question that. Disney, fuck it. Wouldn't even question it. It's children's programming. You would just, right? You would assume there's people in charge of this programming who know better because it's national. Like, it makes such a huge dent or whatever. No, his career is fucking Vanta Black. That is a really good, yes. Yeah, that's a really good, dude, Knives. What a ham-fisted, low-effort piece of shit that guy is and has always been. Yep. He's a piece of shit. He's a disgusting child predator. He needs to be in, I mean, he needs to be in jail. He's sick. And yeah, Jason Bateman turned out pretty well. He was destined to be a cautionary tale. Pretty sure it was good parenting. You think so? I've never really seen any interviews by him. I know he's a weird eater. A lot of his comedian friends make fun of him for it. Oh, the Jeepers Creepers? Oh shit, Salva's filmmaking career has been, oh, I didn't know this. Boinking a kid. Nuh-uh. And he videotyped it. He had child pornography, and that, wow. Yuck. Well, that's one thing I learned, and that's another thing. This documentary, so there's one main guy, whatever that guy's name, not that it matters, he's a fucking piece of shit, I can't remember his name. He's like the overarching demon who is in charge, he has his hands in like everything. And then there's a few lower downs, like I think they're like a producer and a mic guy or something like that. One of them is the one who the emails a video of himself masturbating to a 9-year-old girl who's on the cast. And that's the mom who's like, I couldn't call the cops because they think I'm a bad mom. What the fuck? When they go to his house to arrest him, they find thousands of child pornography items, like videos, photos, etc., etc., etc. And max sentence they could give him was 6 years. That is some of the darkest shit I learned in this, is that is like, he's out. He's out now. He's probably out, I would assume. I don't know when the fuck he was convicted. 6. That's, I mean, because they, like, according to the police, they have no evidence or proof or, you know, whatever of him actually touching a child. Therefore, it's the max they can give him is for owning child. I mean, it's just, thousands, and they go into details on not like disgustingly finite details, but they do go into like a Cliff Notes glossary of like what these things were that were found in his house, and it's the worst of the worst of the worst. I'm not going to detail it because you don't deserve that, and I don't deserve that. It's the worst. I agree, Quill, 100%. I agree. Looking counts as, looking, yeah, we don't even need to go there. I know you're all on the same page as me. It's just that it's a lot of really infuriating shit, and the fact that Nickelodeon, like, I don't know if it was that guy. There was two different people who did things on the show. The other one was like a pickle guy. I don't fucking, the pickle man or pickle boy. It was so fucking weird. I'm not kidding you. There's a scene where this dude who's a convicted sex predator and actually gets fired off the show and goes to jail for raping one of the cast members. He like has a tray of pickles and walks up to a men's restroom door and feeds a pickle through a like a gooey white lined hole in the door to Ray Romano or something on the other side, and then Ray Romano sensually eats it in the mirror. It's a fucking glory hole. It's a fucking glory hole. I mean, one of Amanda Bynes' characters was Penelope Taint. Like the ABC. The fucking fleshy fun bridge between your balls and your asshole. It's so bad. It's crazy to me because I don't have any memories of this. I might have seen the show a couple times, but I don't have any memories of it. And looking at it as an adult, I'm like, how did nobody say anything? Nobody. They did. This one overarching guy is such a fucking tyrant that he chased any moral human out of that business to the point where no one would stand up to him anymore because he liked these creepy inside jokes and shit. It's just so fucked up. Yes, Viata, oh my god, I've learned so much about that kind of shit via, like, listening to true crime stuff. I've learned that there are a particular subset of moms on TikTok who make videos of their toddler daughters, eating hot dogs or, stuff. And you can go to the analytics of these videos and see how many and who saves these videos. And TikTok does nothing. And the more fucked up part is the moms see nothing wrong. Like, they've all made these statements like, I've spoken with the FBI, and they say my daughter is safe. Big fucking barf. Cheers to all y'all not commodifying your children in any way, shape, or form, let alone the nasties. Yes, it's a crayon. Yep. I'm thinking maybe child acting shouldn't be a thing and we should just go back to animation because there's a whole lot of VOs out there that can voice actors who can absolutely do a child's voice. Holy shit, hold on. I actually have something I wanted to show you guys. Then we'll take a quick break and we'll jump into the game because I gotta rest my nonsense. But see, y'all know I fucking hate AI. And I bitch about it like a whiny little bee all the time. And there's so many reasons to not support AI. I don't need to list them here. But what I usually, like, some people that don't know I'm so vehemently against AI will send me like, hey, Katie, this is a funny song of Frank Sinatra singing Fetty Wap or something like that. And I'm like, okay, it's impossible that it's actually Frank Sinatra. So is it someone mimicking Frank Sinatra or is this AI? To which usually the response is, oh, it's AI. And I go, you know what? It might sound really great, but I'm not going to listen to it. I don't want to click on it because I just don't support that. There's probably at least, I would assume at least 1,000 people in the world right now, today, at this exact moment, who probably have spent a lot of time curating a skill to sing like Frank Sinatra. And I bet they would love to get some views off of singing Fetty Wap like Frank Sinatra, but instead this fucking AI is going to get it. And it pisses me. There's humans out there making this shit. So the other day I'm scrolling Instagram like the old bitch I am, and I find this video of a guy who can do, is it Randy Newman's voice so fucking well. Did I save it? Please say I saved it. But he sings like hilarious, nonsensical songs in the voice of this. Oh, please say I saved it. And it's so great. Oh my God, I did. Thank you, Jesus. Pause. Yeah, it's so good. He has like mastered Randy Newman's voice. Like I didn't know this person exists. I assumed it. They exist, and now I have proof. So he sings, what is it? It's I mean, he's just gonna tell you. I needed to I was so excited I found this because I feel like I like preach this a lot. Like, go find a human doing it because I bet there is one. There's too many people. There's billions of people, right? We don't need the AI. You can't type AI Katie theory. Fuck! I could be an AI. You're not wrong. I do glitch a lot. Toddlers and tiaras, children, I mean, pageant. The whole pageant culture for children is disgusting. That shouldn't be legal, in my opinion. That's gross. I have access to a tool for work that does AI text to voice. I can get you Morgan Freeman saying, Katie, shake those titty sprinkles. Seeing that shit is, I think he would actually do that. I think he would do that, though, right? Okay, hold on. Can I just... His channel is Avant-Garde Dude. I'm trying to find the right one. Hold on. Is this it? Yeah. So it's Randy Newman singing WAP. I'm not kidding you. I didn't search for this. It randomly came across my shit, and I was like, this is what I've been looking for. Because I knew people are doing it. We don't need the AI. Fuck it. Fuck AI. It's so stupid. Let me make sure volume. Hold on. Volume. And my bun is huge today. My God. I mean, I often think about the whole Matrix theory. Like, the glitch. We might be glitching. Oh, Stream Deck doesn't work. Don't do that. But yeah, Randy Newman guy. I hate AI. I mean, it might have, like, we talked about this recently. We don't have to rehash this. I understand that it has, like, and I myself would use it in terms of, like, ChatGPT for prompts for something. I see that some of what AI has turned into something useful that I know a lot of you use on a daily basis. None of you are asking it to write you a paper, however, I hope. I understand that. But the art side, especially music, we just don't need it. It doesn't need to exist. There's a person that can do it. Why not support a human being? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It just bothers me. There's so many artists out there doing... come on. He didn't just do that overnight, you know? Like, he had to perfect that kind of shit. So Hella Devil said there was a leak recently where one of the AI company's internal chats showed their excuse me, I can read, I swear. They're intentionally training the image generation to be able to reproduce the styles of thousands of artists from DeviantArt, etc. So when users ask for them, the results are better. When confronted about not paying those artists, they responded, "But it's what makes us money." They're just harvesting stolen art from DeviantArt. That's what's happening here. That's theft. That's theft, right? That's fucking theft, right? I'm actually asking. I mean, that, right? I don't know. It's not tracing, but that absolutely feels like theft. It is. Okay, I'm not, okay. All right. It really feels fucked up. It's not tracing, but DeviantArt has been around. I don't even know. I've had a DeviantArt account for so many years. Holy fuck. That shit's been around forever. The fucking log of art in DeviantArt. Oh my God. Wow. This is the thing for me. Companies get their panties in a bunch because people copyright, but now that they need as much work as possible to feed the algorithm. They're like, well, if we paid everyone, then it wouldn't be worth it, and that's garbage. Agreed. I mean, it just proves that they don't actually believe anything that comes out of their fucking mouths. What does AI allow artists to do better? I mean, that's what I'm saying. I've heard people use it for prompts, like writing prompts or ideas for writing prompts or something. And then, kids are copy and pasting it and all that kind of shit, but they try to get around it by saying it was publicly available, therefore they can use it, which is not true. No, they're trying to say that they can steal all of that. I mean, it's intellectual property, right? Visual art is intellectual property at a certain point, right? I'm seriously, I'm struggling with. Bill is also struggling. If the original artist isn't compensated, I believe so. Yeah. I mean, publicly available doesn't mean Billith. She's having a time right now. If people could always steal what AI does, is more like laundering the copyright infringement. Yeah. That's like Glut was saying, it's copyright infringement at the least. And hell, well, that's the problem, right? And that my dogs are going off. That's the problem is that, like, I guess I'll just wait. I'll just wait. Don't fucking mind me. Whatever, reasonable. How are you, love? Bork, bork. They had to get it out. It's fine. The problem with DMCA being extended is that it really doesn't do much for the actual artists. It mainly helps the record labels. I mean, the artists have been getting dicked forever, though, right? Has any of that actually worked in favor of the artists? Ooh, apparently, so Kinger says AI. DeviantArt apparently has a thing on the site to opt out of AI training. Does that... So, I'm an idiot in terms of how any of this works. But I'm assuming, in super layman's terms, that the person creating the AI is having the AI surf the website somehow and digitally catalog every single thing it ever sees on said website. Kind of just like another user. Right? And then creates from that. So, like, if there's a button on DeviantArt that says opt out of AI, but you can still go to my DeviantArt as a person at any time and see any of my art, then that button isn't doing anything. Right? That button, it's kind of like, my dad used to say this when I was a kid, locks are for honest people. That button is for honest AI companies that are actually, like, going to DeviantArt and being like, hey, can we maybe catalog all of your art and pay nobody? But I don't know. This is genuinely question, just not that smart when it comes to that. Like, this is my very dumb, like, this is how I picture it in my head happening. Like, the AI is digitally cataloging everything it sees and then creating styles from it or whatever. No shit, DMCA is not even necessary. By legal definition, if you created something, you have copyright. It has never helped artists. Okay, some of the AI companies are paying for training data, like the Reddit deal, but plenty are just using everything and hoping they can win in court or at least get fined less for the profits. If there's no rules against it, how do they lose in court? That's for DeviantArt to shield themselves. Oh, so it's like DeviantArt's version of an HR. Like, no, we put this button, so it's not our fault. Cool. Super great. Awesome. That feels nice. I have art on DeviantArt. Crazy. My art could be an AI. Yeah, it feels like they're not going... I was going to say almost the exact same thing, David. It feels a little underhanded. Like, see? We care. Look at the button we put. A little bit. But it's not... I mean, if AI works in any way, shape, or form, kind of like the way my brain thinks it does, it's not preventing anything. It's just... Probably is. K, mine too. As someone who creates art, I look at other artists for inspiration. Same. I mean, and that's an argument that a lot of people that love AI love to throw back at people like me who hate AI is, well, nothing is original anymore, right? Everything's a copy of a copy of a copy. We're all taking inspiration from somewhere, which is true. But like, no matter how hard I stared at the Mona Lisa, I will never be able to recreate 1 micrometer of the Mona Lisa in any way, shape, or form, and AI is taking little bits and pieces of the Mona Lisa and putting them in something else that are exactly the Mona Lisa, as an example. Right? I'm sorry, I'm genuinely, it's confusing. Like, humans are always there's always gonna be a mild variation that makes it yours and not a copy. Always, and I don't think you can't yet train AI to fuck up. You can't train AI to fuck up in an original way. It's always going to be a fuck up it's seen before. Does that make sense? I think. Because everybody's done that. I mean, that's the reason a lot of us become artists is we see some art we like and we're like, I want to make something just like that, right? I mean, that's why we become artists, is because we saw some dope art or something. That's absolutely true, and I'm sure that whatever I create is pulled from different styles from everything I've looked at in my whole life and stuff, but it's impossible. Like, I will never make something exactly the same as someone else. It's impossible. It may limit the amount of human can find your art. Like, it won't show up in a Google search, won't do shit for data mining. Ooh. Cheers, Robo. Oh, dude, sentient. So there's honestly, I've never been into making fan art, so I don't know the specifics on it, but I know a lot of friends who do fan art, do fan art. And as far as I know, it kind of is up to the company of whom they're like whoever owns the original IP. Oh my god, this is Freddie Furcury, Zach's brother's poodle. We now have 3 in the house. Come here, Freddie. Freddie, come here. Come here, Bubba. This is Freddie Furcury. We got 3 in the building now. No, you're fine. They come over all the time. I was just like, that's so much more hair than mine. Hi, bud. Do you have another friend to hang out with? Yeah. That's why the howling. Now we know. Now we know what's up. Inspiration is different from copying. Just like fanfic, it isn't the same as rewriting the book. Exactly. Yeah. That's like saying that 2 necromancy books that copied each other because they're both about necromancy versus I don't know. I don't know, though. It's such a weird, fuzzy line. Like, I don't think there's a black and white answer to AI. And what to do with it, I don't think that exists. There's no black and white answer for anything. We love black and white answers. We love categorizing because it feels nice, but it doesn't exist. And I think the more that we acknowledge that, the easier it's going to be to transition to a world where AI exists, but it's not being manipulated and abused to steal and replace the value of a human creating something.
Fucking what the fucking?
You know?
Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking. How did you do fucking? Fuck.
Thank you for the resub, Vile. How are you, love? Freddie Furcury, no shit. He wears goggles. You guys have to ask Zach. Zach has pictures that his brother sent him. He wears goggles and rides on a moped with him. It's fucking precious. Thank you for the resub.
Hail Satan, motherfucker. What? Did my mic just cut out? Bitch, not today. Not today, motherfucker.
Yeah, I think it's a valuable tool, especially with writing and stuff. As someone who struggled with writing papers, I would have loved something to help me come up with just ideas to start a paper, not to copy. Like, I think it has a place, but the way it's being used, and even just as a funny hobby or an app you downloaded, it's in the long run, it's truly abusing and stealing from people who hone and perfect a craft their whole life. Like, you could compare it to stuff that I make. Like, I make physical things mostly. I've been doing lots of like leather stuff lately. Like, for instance, yes, you could probably manufacture a machine that could punch this exact shape out. It would punch in snaps and make 20 of these in a minute. Whereas it takes me 1 day to make an entire one. But, like, which quality would you trust? I guess. Like, a machine could make this. It could make this over and over and over in such an identical way that you could get 2 of them and they'd never look the same. And I could probably do something very close, but never exactly the same. That's impossible. I don't know. That's how I look at it, like the physical kind of stuff. Like, if you hear something is mass manufactured versus handmade, which one are you more likely to pick up and touch and check out? Here's an interesting twist. AI needs content made by real humans to work. That is facts, right? AI couldn't do anything if it didn't have a source to pull off of, right? One AI company tested one of its learning models on only AI created stuff. Then when they asked it to create something new based on the data, what it created was useless nonsense. Interesting. That's fucking fascinating. I didn't know that. Oh, Zach's coming over with Freddie Mercury. Hold on. Check this fucker. Oh, he's the big baby. He's the big perf. He wears goggles. That's all I have to say. You have to show your chat the goggles. Oh, you're just a pretty boy. You're so perfect. Oh my god. You're so pretty. You're such a pretty boy. Oh, I love him.
He is so goddamn scared of these guys.
Just put the boys outside and leave Lil inside. She's kind of a shit disturber. Well, he's instigated. Oh, Trick is?
No, he is.
Oh, Bill's scared of Freddie Mercury. Bill, you're such a poon. That's fucking. I got that for him. Thank you. I picked that shirt out. Proud of it. Bill. Is that a really big poodle? You're not used to dogs as big as you, huh? Zelda's smaller than them for some reason. Rod's poodle, who is their sister, like of another generation. She's smaller than them. I think that's the biggest dog they've ever really spent time with. I don't think they've ever spent time with a dog potentially bigger than them. That's fucking hilarious. David, that poodle, Freddie Mercury, is Zach's little brother's poodle. We're a poodle family, I guess, now. Like, everybody has poodles. But he adopted Freddie Mercury a few years ago. And literally sent us a picture of him. He lives in LA, and he rides a moped, because LA, I think that's the only way to get around. I don't even know how anyone does a car. But Freddie Mercury, no shit, rides with him and has goggles. Like, he wears goggles on the back. It's the cute. I can't. It's the cutest shit I've ever seen in my whole life. Show us your poodle hog. Nope. Oh my. Cheers. Happy 420. I want to make sure Freddie Mercury is not. I don't know if Freddie Mercury is used to the pots. No shit. AI could be used as a tool without all the theft. I agree, but I actually worked to make AI maps, etc. No AI art, and I got paid almost nothing. That's fucked up. So no shit. So all AI creation needs underpaid workers to evaluate the AI. So AI is never going to replace people. It's just kind of creating another work base to pay people shittily. Another case of if I could pay you less legally, I would. Freddie Mercury's literally a teddy bear. I know. These guys don't get that fuzzy. You guys are not that fuzzy. I don't think you've ever been that fuzzy. That's a fuzzy boy. Sweet capitalism. We fucking meet again. I know. I know, Music Man. If I had one, I was trying to think if I even had one on my phone. Zach has them all. I'll make him send me one. Yeah, and Knives, it doesn't sound like it can. Like, it sounds like when AI tries to learn off of itself, it creates gibberish. And even then, it still needs, like, people to check it, right? Yeah, there's no black and white answer to anything. Nothing's black and white. I think we're all mature enough to acknowledge that. I think the world is too black and white on most things. Like TikTok, for fuck's sake. I tweeted something about it the other day, and I think some people took me wrong. Like, I said, is it weird to be in a huff about TikTok when, like, the world's on fire? I meant the government, not us. the fact that the government, like the most of the news coming out of our government right now is TikTok and like human rights are at risk. Like, Jesus fuck my ass. What the hell is going on? Perspective or priorities, I guess. Do you sing Wet Ass Poodle? Oh my god, no, but now I have to. I'm literally gonna write WAP on my hand and I have to write Wet Ass Poodle. That is yep. Yep. Oh, come on, pen. Don't die on me now. Don't die on me now. Come on. Oh, I got Wah. That'll remind me. That's right. Film it. We'll have to write it first. I'll test it on you guys. We'll workshop it. Sometimes when I have to create an AI image, it can take take half of an experimenting with prompts to get what I can use, and then I still need to go in with manually Photoshop the image to fix some of the AI nonsense, like hands with 7 fingers and shit. And then it's yours though, right? Would you agree? Also, did you guys hear like everybody was making a big like joke about it? Kate Middleton has cancer. Super sad. I'm not a what is it called? Royal file or whatever. But it's been like news that she's been missing, and that photo was put out with the fucked up hands and stuff, and everybody was like, "Oh my god, she has goddamn cancer." I hope people feel bad about making fun of her. Like, she's a human. The royal family's a joke. She's a human being. Like, that's really sad. Those the children. I can still viscerally remember exactly what I was wearing, where I was, what I was eating when my mother told me she had cancer. I can't. That's so fucking tragic. Life stuff happens to everyone, and it's tragic no matter what, right? A human being and those poor kids, like, it's just sad. Yeah, it's official. I saw it on I think it was Instagram. It was like an official like a video of her talking about it, and it's very sad. Can't fuck. I mean, I feel like yesterday we said this a few times as well, but maybe every day a nice resounding
Fuck cancer?
yeah, and the king has cancer as well. Like, it's very very sad. Fuck cancer. Just universally. It's so fucked up. Nobody deserves that. It's so sad. And people were making jokes about like fake photos of her and how she was hiding or something. And man, leave a person alone. I really hope she does too. Like, nobody deserves that. The family and her, like the mentality of all that. I can't imagine. Like, I know when my mom went through cancer, she's alive, by the way. My mom beat breast cancer and got fake titties. She's fine. But like going through it is the worst. I mean, it's so emotionally taxing and exhausting. And then to like add on the caveat of the world watching you go through it and commenting on it and fabricating shit about it and making jokes about it. Holy shit. I can't. Yeah, it's just fucking awful. No jokes should be made, and I won't accept them here, and I know my mods wouldn't either. We don't joke about that shit. We can make fun of the royals all day. Like, it's a joke, they're a joke, but human beings, man, that shit sucks. I'm glad she's not, like, missing or dead, though. Like, those were some rumors I saw that were really sad. Yeah, fuck that shit. Cheers to your mom. Cheers to all of you who have lost someone to cancer or have suffered with it yourself or otherwise. It's the worst. I can't think of a worse moment in my life than hearing my mom had that and thinking to myself, like, wow, didn't expect to lose my mom in my 20s. Like, it's just not fair, and it always happens to good people. I don't know. Cheers. Let's survive. Exactly, Revolticon, right? There's a time and a place, and there's some shit you don't joke about. Like, young women getting cancer. Shit's fucked. Thank you for giving a shout out. We need to take a break because I need to blow my nose really bad. But please follow my friend Vissy. She's been streaming a lot more recently, and she is making the cutest, most amazing. I mean, I told her this morning it's basically real life Sims, but she's making a dollhouse that's all miniature, but it's like goth. I can't even tell you. She is a tiny person with the tiny fingies, so she can do these tiny things. I love them. It's so much fun. It's the most chill shit. Like, being sick and zoning out to someone gluing together the tiniest pieces you can ever imagine is the most relaxing. Like, you should get a high def mic and do ASMR of that stuff. Oh my god. I love you. Good luck. I woke to a horrible attack in a concert hall in Russia. Ugh. The world is on fire. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands and always pee after sex. Let's take a quick break and then play the game because that's exciting and that'll be fun. It is also about death, but like hopefully not cancer because fuck that shit. I'm gonna move chat over so I can see you guys. So the game that we're gonna play, I got sent the code in my email, so thank you very much to the developers. But it's called, I keep forgetting the full name, Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden. Who is the company? Oh, it's Don't Nod. I knew that. It's Don't Nod. It's Vampire. It's Don't Nod. But I thought I downloaded it because I thought it'd be a really fucking good game while I'm sick. Because I've been told by you guys and otherwise that this is a super cutscene dialogue heavy game. Tons of that. Little bits of lore and stuff here and there, which I'll read, obviously. But it's not like a game where I'm gonna have to narrate people, which would just kill me right now. I couldn't do it. So I figured this is a good way for us to hang out and I can, because my face is a little fucked up. But the game looks fucking gorgeous. The description, it looks like it's one of those games where there's two characters that I think you might flux between. I don't know. Don't tell me. Spoilers. If you've played it, don't tell me. Hunt ghosts as two memorable characters. There you go. Maybe play both of them. Two memorable characters in a story-driven action RPG where the decisions carry dramatic consequences, torn between honoring your oath to the living and saving your departed partner. How far will you go for love? I would do anything for love.
But I won't do that.
It's like the first like new big game that people actually know about that I've played in a very long time. I'm actually excited. I don't know if we can kiss the ghost. I don't kiss the ghost. Sha la 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 la. I'm gonna have to write. That'd be a great Ariel rewrite. Kiss the ghost. Shut up. Yeah, I watched the trailer for it and the characters. It seems like one of those games. It's gonna be that kind of day. Bud, come here. Let's take a break and then we'll go kiss some ghosts, I guess. Get out of my head, David. I was going to say we'd have to be able to throw pottery or something. Literally what I was going to say before I was so rudely interrupted. I'm holding trick. Oh my god. Like the sexy zombies from Bob's Burgers. I'm trying to think, did they still do this but then they like Tina's sexy zombies. You know the ones I'm talking about, right? Oh my god, there is a generation that probably has no idea about the movie Ghost and Ghost and pottery probably is not synonymous to like most of the people on the internet these days, right? Oh no. Google it. I can't high five you. I got the tennis elbow. I put my seatbelt on wrong. I know, another one taken way too early by cancer.
Fuck cancer.
Poor Patrick Swayze. It's way too early. Yeah. Fucking Pat. Yep, that would be the Sways. Yep, gone too soon. I believe he got prostate cancer, right? I think. Yeah. He was like maybe 40. I mean, he was so young. Do you guys remember how old he was? This was a few years back now. But God, it was freakish and it was fast. I feel like he was like, oh, it was pancreatic. Because I was going to say, it was really fast, right? And pancreatic, it tends to be like you get it, you're so skinny, nobody recognizes you, and you're gone within a couple months. It's so wild. It was like it was so tragic. Like, watching that healthy beast of a man just emaciate. It was so sad. He was 57. Fuck off. That's like barely half of your sad. He looked so good for his age before he got cancer. I would have really said 40, mid-40s at least. I would have said mid-40s. He looked great. He took care of himself, really. To Wong Fu, thanks for everything, Julie Newmore. That is one of the best movies that has ever movied. Ever. Ever. If you've never seen To Wong Fu, you haven't lived. You need to fucking see it. It is easy. I'm not just saying that. It's one of the best. It was formative in my, like, that was my first exposure to different lifestyles outside of just gay. It was formative in my experience growing up as a kid. Fucking what? Blade, Bruno, whomst you get to talk about? And motherfucking Patrick Swayze in the sickest heels that myself couldn't walk in for $1 million. I can't even tell you. It's so good. It's easily one of the best movies ever.
Hail Satan, abso-fucking. What happened to Satan? Did Satan get fucked up? Is it me? It's probably my voice. And my ears, they are plugged.
Wow, no shit. Surprisingly, the first time I ever saw Tu Wong Fu was when it was translated in Bulgarian. If you know Bulgaria, you'd be surprised they'd ever. I was gonna say, like, ain't that part of the world kind of a don't say gay part of the world? I know Russia, it's illegal to be gay. No shit, that's what my dad, and that's what my bio dad, like, that's what took him out. He also had liver failure and shit from alcohol. But yeah, apparently one of the hepatitises, I can never remember which one, but one of them can hibernate in your, like, pancreas for like 30 years and then activate and suddenly pancreatic cancer and you die. That's what happened to my dad. He just happened to be a raging alcoholic on top of it, which didn't help anything, but damn, it was fast as fuck. Wesley Snipes does, all three of them. All three of them do phenomenal drag. I don't even know. Does anybody know who the makeup artist was? Actually, I want to look that up. Because that's something I've actually honored my whole life, and I've never even thought to look that up as an adult. Hold on. I'm genuinely curious, because that's to be Linda K. Rendina. Good on you, Linda. Linda, listen. Linda, listen. Linda, listen. Oh, she's from PA. Masontown, PA, USA. She was an actress known for Tu Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmore, Romeo is Bleeding, and 6 Degrees of Separation. She was married to Anthony James Cucciari, died on July 2nd, 2020. Well, that sucks. But Linda K. Rendina, that's who did the makeup. She really did a phenomenal job. Their outfits and everything, and like they even show the padding that a lot of trans and drag people wear to enhance or suppress parts of their body, and they go through like the struggles of wearing that, and that kind of it's just oh, it's also really funny. I'm trying to think who's the name of the battered mom, the battered woman. She's such a good actress. She's in so many fucking movies that I love, and I never remember her name. Do you guys know who I'm talking about? The one that they adopt and save from her evil husband. I know. She's wonderful, and I just cannot. Yes. Grease, yeah, Rizzo. She's Rizzo. Who plays Rizzo? I love her. She's also Practical Magic. She's one of the aunts. I'm waiting. I think Zach and his brother are in the yard with the dogs. I'm waiting so I don't like cause extra dog barkage. I'm waiting to see what's going on there. Oh god. Stalkered! No shit. Oh my god. Thank you. That Thank you. My brain. Yeah. West Wing. Yes, she was in West Wing as well. She's been in so much shit. She was in something more recent than West Wing, and I'm trying to think of what it was. That's where my brain was going. She's kind of a chameleon. Like, I feel like she can look really different in movies to where you almost don't realize it's her until unless you know it's her. And then you're like, oh my god, that's her. Do you know what I'm saying? What up, Allie? How are you, love? Oh, I don't remember. Anyways, and oh, you mean the actor who plays like the love interest of one of the girls? I can't remember. That guy? He was in Out Cold. Do you guys remember Out Cold? It was such a weird, like, low budget snowboarding movie, but I think it was the first thing Zach Galifianakis was ever in. That guy was the main guy in it. Oh, Allie, that's probably my fault. But you won't get an ad during the break. We just need to take a break. But Zach's brother's here and he has a dog, and so they're helping the dogs outside. So I was prolonging my fucking break, but I guess Twister, dude, Twister's such a good movie. Did you see they're making a remake? It's got to be a remake. I mean, I saw they had little balls with Coke can metal on them floating in the sky. They're making another Twister, and I'm gonna be honest. The You guys showed me what you guys actually y'all instilled a new paranoia in Katie that is tornadoes. I had no idea they got so big and sounded like screaming children. And the movie doesn't do, I mean the preview did no justice. I literally was sitting there like, that's not what they look like. That ain't what they sound like. And Zach's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm petrified of them and now have nightmares of them and lose sleep to them due to my stream. I know what they are and that's not it. So we'll see. We'll fucking see. Hell, isn't that weird? The internet's the best and worst thing that's happened to humanity in the last 50 years. It's true. I know. It's weird. It's weird to think about how it's something we're just constantly on all the time nowadays, but a very formative part of my life, it didn't exist. Like, it didn't exist, and I still went about my day about the same. You know? I think about that sometimes. It's weird. But it's about the party game instead of the weather phenomena. It should be exciting. Oh, no. Honestly, I'd watch that. Like, what would that even be? You guys remember the fucking game Twister with the dots? I was always dope at it. Long legs. Winner. Yeah, now it's fucking literally everything. Yeah. I mean, it's just something that is always there. It's pervasive, unless you're on a weird card trip and you're in the middle of nowhere. And then you're like, oh, fuck, did I download music on Spotify before I lost this thing? It's real weird. They did. I don't think I ever saw the Battleship movie, actually. Was it good? You know what? I've never heard of a tornado coming through Colorado, but I've gotten tornado warnings on my phone. I think the east side of this, I don't even know if I'm pointing east. I have no sense of direction whatsoever. I think the east side of the state, though, it it's all flat. It looks like Kansas. Like, the moment you get outside of Denver near the airport, that entire side of the state is flat. It's called the plains or the high, what is it? The high something? It's basically the plains. There's actually antelope. No shit. I sang the song where the deer and the antelope play. They're out there. Um, they probably get them there. I'm imagining maybe that's why I get the warnings. But I'm like, Denver is in kind of a valley at the base of the mountains, and I think that stops a lot of the plains weather pattern. You know, rain shadow shit. I don't know. Growing up in Washington State, it's like every class ever we had to talk about the fucking rain shadow. If you didn't grow up around mountains, maybe that wasn't a pervasive thing you had to learn about, but rain shadow shit. And I think that's why Denver, we tend to get slammed with weirder weather than otherwise. Also, base of mountains. Being born in 2001, there was no point in my life where it wasn't a thing. I learned English from Googling PBS kid sites, right? And but even like having a large part of my life, no internet, I don't really remember a huge difference in my life other than, which I guess it doesn't feel like a big difference, this thing I'm going to say, because it wasn't even like, the fact that if I'm curious about something, like, I have a habit of if I'm watching a movie and I see an actress or an actor and I'm like, oh, I know that person. Holy shit, what's their name? It will bother me to the point where I can't pay attention to the movie. Now I can just be like, Okay. But, like, before the internet, it wasn't like I was like, "Man, I sure wish I had this little piece of glass in my hand that I could touch really quickly and figure out who's in the movie." It was just like, "Ah, shit. If no one's in the room who doesn't know who it is, I'm gonna have to wait to go to the grocery store and pick up a magazine or a tabloid with their face in it to figure out what their name is." It was just, like, not a thing you search. You know what I mean? It's different. It's just different. But life was, I feel identical, you know? For me, at least. But I did grow up in the sticks, so even if cell phones existed, I don't think they'd have reception out there. Dude, you actually heard one Auspex? Yep, I'd need new pants. Just the videos y'all showed me where we heard the sound of what an actual tornado itself sounds like made me want to claw my ears out. It's horrific. And they're so, like, the thing that the movies do, I've noticed since learning about tornadoes from all y'all tornado people, is that the movies love to show the twisters where it's like,
Now, I'm going to fuck you.
she's so rude. We
with
were in a conversation.
Satan's cock.
Thank you for resubing the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it a swing, Sally. I fucking appreciate you. They always in movies they always do the twister that's like the funnel that gets really skinny at the bottom, and the vast majority of tornadoes that y'all showed me were fucking like miles wide, like to the point where you couldn't tell they were moving, but y'all informed me they are moving miles at a time. Like they're actually moving quite quick, but they're so massive you can't really tell, if that makes sense. I've never seen it. Like, I've been obsessed and now terrified. I've never seen an actual tornado video where the tornado even looks like that skinny thing. I don't know what that is. Is that just like the touchdown? They're chodes, exactly. Yeah, they really are. Horrific screaming chodes. I have a friends group where it's forbidden to look up stuff in the middle of a discussion because we enjoy making our silly arguments back and forth. I love that. That's beautiful. Honestly, it probably helps conversations be a lot more interesting. I don't think I'd ever pick up my phone in the middle of a conversation unless both people or all participants were like, "Oh my god, we have to look it up." Then maybe. But I don't think I'd ever pull my phone out in the middle of a conversation. I'd probably just roll with it because it's more fun to try to figure it out. Unless it's vital, I don't know. The twister would have a sexy lady form. You gotta wonder because I've never seen one that looks like that. The skinny ones are the small ones. They're not even serious, and that's the ones they're putting in twister. Okay. The big ones have smaller ones inside them. Nuh-uh. Why did you have to make them scarier, Robo? I thought we were friends. I'm gonna tell your mom. I'm gonna tell your mom on you. We know each other now. I fucking will. Let's go. Oh, God. As she coughs up a lung. All right. Let's take our break. We'll take our first break and then we can gam. I know it may seem, if those of you hang out on a normal basis, that we're ending stream in 15 minutes. We're not. I started exceptionally late because I had to shower and clean my face out. It is so full of gunk. And we're gonna play Ghosts Vanish New Ghost. Fuck. Whatever. I think we get to look at some good ass. So, beautiful artistic graphic design is what I meant to say.
Titties.
He's just telling you the truth. You know what? That's what I appreciate about her. To be fucking honest. But yeah, if you're taking off, thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate you, even though I sound like a big snot nasty. Go watch Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmore. I think it's literally just called Tu Wong Fu, like TOO space WONG space FOO. Tu Wong Fu. I think that's that, but I mean, I don't. Did they shorten it? It's fantastic. It just needs to be seen. It's one of those movies that I quintessentially think needs to be seen. It's so good. So fucking good. But on that note, I'm gonna go blow my face out, pee after sex, and take your joy and clean your bong and load a bowl. Ooh, good song. Stream Deck's not even broken. If anybody uses Stream Deck, have you had issues? There was an update, I guess, but I have tried to update it. I've tried to like do the update. Sorry, the volume's really loud. I was saying, if anybody uses Stream Deck, have you guys been having a problem with it? There was an update recently, but I didn't hit the update, and it just straight up didn't work. And so when I did try to do the update, I've tried to do it like 4 times, and it fails. It like says there's some error every single time I try to do it. So then I tried to uninstall the Elgato software to reinstall it, and it won't uninstall. I get the same error when I try to uninstall it. It's just to make Stream Deck work. It's not like pertinent, like I can absolutely click just OBS, but it's weird. I haven't gotten it to work in like a week. I don't know. No, I remembered, but yeah, Stream Deck. Yeah. So now it's just blank, and I guess I just have to go and like delete the source files or something. Because I can't uninstall it through the uninstaller. I don't know. Weird. I even went to the website, re-downloaded the software. Like, I tried all the normal fixes. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no worries. I just wondering if it's me or if something happened. Because it's like it seems like it's so corrupt I can't even uninstall it now. Oh, they're amazing. It's like having like a separate, what are they, like shortcut keys? I always forget the term. We used to use them in MMOs and shit. Hotkeys, like having a separate hotkey, but it's so nice to have the visual. Like you can even animate all the buttons. It's crazy. Like all the buttons are a little screen themselves, and you can animate them and label them. It's for someone like myself that's super visual. It's really nice because like the Go XLR, for instance, I always fuck up which thing I'm on because they all look exactly the same. Like there's nothing visual here. It's just like I have to remember if I'm on A, B, or C. The tiny LCDs are so precious. I love them. All right, let's take a hit. Let's play this fucking game. I'm excited. I'm gonna make a note of that, Knives. That's smart. Do it as an admin. Hold up. Our tech crew made an onstage tornado for Wizard of Oz that looked amazing on stage. Ugh. It was a fast rotating cone-shaped silk bag on a rolling platform with higher pressure blowing up through it. That's fucking cool. We pointed a spotlight downstage at it, so only its shadow showed up on the CIC. The CIC? Rolled it around while it was spinning, so the closer it got to the spotlight, it looked like it was approaching the stage. That is, dude, stagecraft is something else. That is a fucking art. That's amazing. Did you have to create a scream? The sound, I didn't know before you guys showed me. I had no idea tornadoes even made a sound other than just like heavy wind. They scream. I must make note. Uninstall as admin. I knew you guys would have another idea. Rodney! How you doing, Honeybean? Are you having problems with Stream Deck? That's what I was just asking in chat. Mine has not worked for a couple days now. And every time I try to do the update it's trying to push, it errors. And then I tried to uninstall the software, and it does the exact same error. I can't. Knife said I should go in as an admin. I think that's a good idea. I wrote that down. That's what I'm going to do next. But I was wondering if you... Oh, yeah, your fucking internet. Oh, Rod is at the mercy of Xfinitoire. Oh my god, Meldon, those are so... Dude, someone who sent it to me. Someone sent me something recently. I want to say it was Ghetto on Instagram. And it was something similar to the dinosaur recreations, but it was... They recreated the vocal cords of like a Neanderthal or something. And they could only produce 1 second of sound, like one airburst through it. And all it was... Ah! And I fucking laughed my dick off. It's just... Ah! The dinosaur ones are way cooler. It's like an open mouth sneeze a little bit. Cheers. And so is fucking, it took a couple tries. I've tried mine 3 times. I wonder. Excuse me. Cyclorama is the large monotone back curtain on the stage that's usually seamless. Oh, that's why I know that. I knew that. I was familiar. It is. I mean, they're birds though, right? It kind of makes sense. I mean, it's still odd for me. I think this is still true. Correct me if I'm wrong on this. I don't exactly keep up on like dino news, but the last stuff I read was that they were starting to theorize. We knew that lots of dinosaurs probably had some form of feathers, but they were theorizing T-Rex have feathers. And what I, know of the general form of a T-Rex, like why? Where would they be? Right? They're basically a giant chicken with a death mouth, right? That's where chickens came from. But like, from the neck down. So it'd be like fur then? See, that's fascinating. I can't picture it. Like, all I've got is like Land Before Time dinos in my head. You think they'd be tasty, but aren't carnivores correct me if I'm wrong, aren't carnivores, as a general rule, taste like shit? Oh my god, my dudes. On that note, I'm changing the category real quick, so you should see the category for the game change. But I listened to a podcast last night that broke down that Liver King guy, because honestly, I thought he died. I don't think he's dead. But like, I watched him drink/eat a bowl of raw milk and cow testicles. Raw. So. Geese are deadly, David. We've talked about that so many times. Geese are the shit. He's still alive, yeah. We all know the Liver King, right? Total grifter. Like, he takes more steroids than most, like, bodybuilders doing, like, world-renowned shows. And he touts that it's all from eating raw testicles and raw liver. Like, anyone that would watch that, I understand so many people are so desperate to feel good about themselves and feel good about how they look that they'll do anything. There's no such thing as a magic diet. I will stand so hard on that. No such thing. Did someone make him? He can say no. Right, though? And get this. Like, this whole persona he has of the eating of the raw is to get you to buy a protein powder that he sells. He's like, if you want to get jacked, you gotta eat raw testicles. Or you can buy my protein powder. And then he just eats raw testicles. And it's a lot of testicles. He's very into those. He makes his kids eat them. Yeah, he was super outed. Like, it's all, like, outed in terms of, he was like, it's because I eat raw testicles that I look like this, i.e. Arnold Schwarzenegger back in, like, the 90s. And it was a total lie. He literally, like, professionals have commented on the amounts of steroids he claims to take, and they are 10 times more in terms of actual milligrams of steroids than, like, world bodybuilders and shit. Not, the ones that they don't do steroid tests, the pretty ones. You know the ones I'm talking about. Like, it's world something. Yeah, he's totally full of shit. Geese are the devil. That's the thing. Like, I think everyone knew he was on steroids. He just wouldn't admit it. And then I don't know what happened. He admitted it, or someone called him out on it, or something. And then he claimed to just go cold turkey on steroids for 200 days to prove he could stay at this size without steroids. And then after 200 days, he went back on the steroids. And everyone says he never went off of them. I don't fucking know. It's all a scam. There's no magic food. You're not wrong, David. I couldn't think of another big, strong-looking creature. Like, that was the first person I thought of that has that many. Like, the wing muscles. When this one comes out, what's this one? Obviously, it's not on me. You know the one. There's a certain John Cena has this kind of like swole fucking like, but this guy does. He looks not. It doesn't. I don't like judging people's bodies, but like if you look at a strong person and then the Liver King, he don't look healthy. He claims he's very beet red because he bathes in blood. not because he's in the midst of having a heart attack all the time. It's just wild. He doesn't look good. Like, none of it looks good. It looks like synthol. I don't think it is. I think it's steroids and shit, but it looks like that gross, you know. Is it synthol? We watched some shit on stream one day about it. Do you guys Latissimus dorsi. Thank you. The lap machine. That gets huge on bodybuilders. I don't know. I've always been fascinated by the wing muscle. It's so weird. I don't have anything there. I got like a xylophone. The lat. Yep, the lat machine. They look. Oh, did I miss Kill's message? I'm so sorry. Oh God. Oh, random question. I sent you a DM on Twitter, but it might be relevant. Might be relevant to people here. Are you still partnered with Secret Labs? Yes, I am. Yes. Yeah. If you use the link below, you should get if they have a sale, I think you get a discount off. But yeah, I do get like some little kickback or whatever. But absolutely, if you're getting a Secret Labs, and I totally do. I mean, I dream of having another Secret Labs chair someday. I miss mine. Thank you for directing me, Viad. I appreciate you. I was changing category and moving shit around at the same time as talking, so my brain was scatterballed. There's the game. Okay. Why is it playing? Is this Justin Bieber? Is this Justin Bieber? Absolutely not. No, thank you. $9 says Justin Bieber. I was literally paying attention to moving the game around, didn't even realize what was playing. Yeah, who's Justice Beaver? I don't know. I think his pocket pussy has a makeup brand or some shit. David, I think the same. It looks any kind of extreme body like that. I can't help. I never find it like immediately like ooh attractive because I can't help but like that looks unhealthy. Like we all know, I'm sure we've all seen and heard different bodybuilders talk about what they go through to look like what they look like before they do those shows. How they do that weird carb cycling thing that makes them look really skeletal and scary. None of it looks. I don't think it is good for you, like your kidneys and shit in the long term. Like it's one thing to have a cheeseburger once in a while, but like the way these people go about things is like it's a lifestyle that's so beyond having a cheeseburger once in a while in terms of unhealthy, you know? Like what they're doing internally. I can't help it. That's all I can think about. And I think that liver fuck has abs bigger than my head. Sorry, I'm bringing my monitor in. I'm blind and I don't know where my glasses are, so I need to be able to see chat. Please love me. Okay, now I can see you. I have my water. I have my beverage goblins. Has anyone played this game? Can I play controller? I'm assuming. Classy blind, I know. It's just that it's only on digital screens. I don't know what that is, but I have the hardest time with digital screens. That's why I got glasses, actually, was looking at screens in the hospital. I noticed they'd start to blur, and I was like, what the fuck? Only on digital, though. Right, in my opinion, unless you're a bodybuilder, your body should not look like that. I know someone who's a therapist and his body's huge like that. I find it weird. I mean, some people are naturally like super low body fat, so you just see a lot of musculature and shit like that. Like, no shame on your natural form, but like pushing your body to the point of extremes like that, you tend to worry. You can, okay. I like controller because I can just be more comfortable. You guys got to be less assholes, okay? You gotta be nice, or I'm gonna lock you up somewhere. Cause Freddy's super cute, and we're besties now. We do have Freddy in the building, which is another good reason we're doing a game today. Because I'm assuming this is a game where I can pause it at any given time, which is good. Because we have Freddy, additional poodle today, which is abnormal for the dogs. So they're getting used to it. Lil's being kind of a bitch about it. So if I need to pause it and get up and like chastise a dog to a different office, I may and I might. Because we don't bully new friends. I work at UFC, and for all these guys who fight and work out all the time, it says something to me that they don't look like the Arnold type, right? I feel the same. Like, I grew up around, butchers and farmers who can grab 3 bales of hay at a time and fucking tiptoe in heels to the other side of a barn, and none of them look like Arnold did in the 90s. Not in any way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? At all. I don't even know how much that weighs, but, like, bales of hay are not easy to toss. Like, picking up an entire carcass of an animal that you just butchered, like, they could do 5 at a time. Like, none of them look like that. Like, arguably, the only visible muscles you could see was, like, biceps and stuff. None of them had abs. It's hard for me to conceptualize that the aesthetic muscle is in any way related to actual functional muscle. I don't know. Farm muscle. It's like all my brothers and my dad, for instance, they're all construction workers, and also kind of farm boys, and none of them look anything like any of those guys. They've got like decent arms, I guess, but those guys they could bench me. I'm like 160. That's a lot to me. Don't shame me. I can barely bench the bar. But yeah, none of it it's not, I don't think it's functional. I don't think it's like they can probably lift more than I can of a stationary weight. But like baling hay and shit, they might pull something. I used to follow UFC and all those guys look normal until they do the pre, and I think those people, they do the same kind of pre-cut where they call it carb cycling or something like that. Same shit, and they get all sinewy. You know what I'm saying? Like when you can see the striations of muscle. Cheers, Raiders. What up, Kels? How are you? We're about to start this super awesome game that I think's about ghosts, and I'm excited. Yeah. The Ickies. Yeah. And it's because it like, I think it's some form of rapidly scary dehydration that makes it so if they have any fat on their body, those fat cells shrink to the smallest possible size because they have no water. Right? Which is not good. Welcome, Raiders. My name's Katie, and it's wonderful to see you. Oh my god, I've done that so many times. Jesus God, I meant to close OBS and just close Twitch all the time. Raid someone and immediately close the window. It's my favorite activity. Farm muscle's real. I'm sure you experienced that shit at your, like, baling fucking weed, right? See, I'm 150. I can bench more than I weigh. I look pretty skinny, right? People always assume I'm going to be able to bench incredibly more than I have been trying to bench for 10 plus years, and I can bench the bar. Womp, 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 womp. Nothing. I got chicken wings, man. But I can out squat any of you, and I'd put, except for penis. Ice penis. Ice Phoenix, if you're here, I know. It's fine. That is the only person I confidently could not probably out squat, but I could out squat the rest of you motherfuckers. All right, I can see chat. I'm not blind. Let's fucking play. I'm excited. No! I did super late stream because it takes me 5 hours to blow my nose out. We can all join the Pen 15 Club. That's a good show, by the way. Super realistic. We're playing a cool game. I picked a game that's, from what I hear and I trust, allegedly super high dialogue, lots of cutscenes to save Katie's voice and face, because I am infection. I haven't got to watch it. Hell of I'm waiting for it to end because it literally it starts in the middle of my stream on Sunday. So, I mean, I know stuff about it, obviously, because I live with a character and we talk about it, but I haven't seen it, so I know nothing in terms of, like, from the other characters' points of views or anything like that. But I know the general gist of the story. It sounds sick. Like, I know, like, in terms of, like, after every session, I have questions that I ask Zach very pertinently in terms of themes of the show. I don't want to spoil it for anybody if you haven't watched it as well. It's fabulous. Like, his character fascinates me. I assume, because we talk about it, No spoilers. I'm not going to spoil it. If you don't know what we're talking about, please go to Table Story, twitch.tv/Table Story. Lots of amazing RP if you're into watching stuff like that. You should be. And they have a Blade Runner-esque show that is, I think, is going to be super cool. I haven't got to watch it, but I know a lot about one point of view of it, if that makes sense. Oh my God, Vex, I slept last night all night for the first time in 9 days. I NyQuil'd myself to bed. I said a little prayer, took a little cup of the green nasty, and went bye-bye. It was great. Like, seriously, I haven't, because I just can't stop coughing every time I lay down. You know, it's stupid, like, dry hack you get when you go flat. It was just pervasively keeping me up constantly, so I finally slept. I know. Which is another reason I'm fucking stoked to play a game, because I'm awake enough to do it. Oh, fuck that, Marnux. That sucks. I simply do what I need to do, which is a life lesson, I feel. That kind of is, actually. And don't ever apologize for an off-topic question. We love those. Especially, I mean, hell of all, let's be honest. Let's be real together. Is there ever a moment that it's off-topic in my channel to talk about D&D, tabletop, or RP? The answer is
No. Nope. Never.
never. I will always get the fuck nerd out on that shit. Cheers. This is Freddy. Come here, Freddy. Come here. He's so fucking fluffy. I'm helping the situation. He has to be allowed here. Yeah, he's so cute. Oh wait, you're such a good boy. Look at this fluffy guy. I know. He's such a floof. And he's sweet. He's the sweetest baby. Get. You're being a jerk. I can't reward your jerk behavior. I'm sorry. I left my back door open, so if I hear barking, I might have to go. But it gives them more space because the house is so small. I feel like half the reason they're being a little weird is they just don't have space. Like, they're all cramped in the house right now together, and they're being, like, territorial a little bit. And I don't want territorial mean dogs. Ever. Yeah. I like to let people just come in and out of my back door freely. You know how it goes. They do that. And it's because they grew up together, and every other dog they've encountered is a solo big dog who has no idea how to, like, has never had to hold their own, so my dogs turn into fucking bullies. So I am very, very, what's the word? Rod knows. I'm very proactive against stopping it. Like, I don't take it lightly. I don't let my dogs act like that. I just don't want them to have, that's not okay. You know? It's not okay. Rod knows that I always tell him, I'm like, you know that Rod is allowed to step in and be a disciplinarian with my dogs if they ever try to act inappropriate with any of his dogs or any of his pets. Like, just because they're my dogs, when he's babysitting them, if they're being assholes, we don't beat our dogs, just to be clear. But, you know, you shame the living fuck out of them. Put them in a corner. Like, it's just not okay. Bully poos, I know. They're just little assholes sometimes. You gotta set the tone. Exactly. Yep. It's just setting the tone for it, making sure that they know they're not okay with it. And I hate it. I know, because, like, I chastise them for the behavior, and they feel bad, and then they come to me for comfort. And you guys have to watch me push my beautiful poodles away and not comfort them. But it's like a child. You can't give them a reward just for being cute when they've done a bad behavior. I'm sure you guys know that, but I have to keep repeating that to myself because I am so bad at it. Like, when my dog looks sad, I want to give him a hug, and I gotta learn, like, that's encouraging it. You know, they're learning that this cycle will lead to snuggles. So my cousin just finished his honors degree in calligraphy. I don't think it's, wait, I don't think it's gonna help him get a job, but it looks good on paper.
Jesus fuck.
All right, I loaded a bowl. Fucking A, Leaf. Fucking A. It takes a village, it really does, and it's all about that consistency, I feel like. Like, poodles tend to be super smart, they catch on to shit really fast, but I have to be consistent with it, like, I have to keep insisting that we love this dog. You're not allowed to be an asshole. You're protecting nothing. Like, no one's impressed by you being bullies. Sorry, my stream deck doesn't work, so I keep having to look at OBS and squint and then click shit. Really like this game though. Super excited to play more. Tomorrow we shall continue. This game is so beautiful. I saw a couple people asking, is it worth it? I mean, I think it's retailing for what, $60? Which is like, I mean, that's like a AAA title type price. Not for any reason other than I'm a cheapskate. I'd wait for it to go on sale. But I'd be really, really jealous and a little bitter towards everybody who got it and was already playing it. It's really pretty and really good. $49.99. There you go. Thanks, Gleb. Yeah. I have a hard time spending that much money on a game anymore. I was given this code, thankfully. Sent it in the emailies, which I'm very, very grateful for. Thank you, Donald. But that's a lot of money for me. But I don't know how many. Does anybody know how many hours it is? I don't know. Let me see. Banishwa. I usually base it on like how many gameplay hours am I gonna get out of this? That usually gives me a good like. So when focusing on the main objectives, Banisher's Ghost of New Eden is about 20.5 hours in length. If you're a gamer that strives to see all the aspects of the game, and you're likely to spend around 60 hours to obtain 100% completion, which means I'm going to be 100 hours plus, I'd say worth it. If you got whatever the actual, in the good old US of A dollars, looks like it's about $50, Canadian about 80. I'd say I mean, I'm a lookie. I will look in every corner. I love to find shit. Yeah, it says 20 hours if you're the type that just main lines the main quest, and then around 60, which for me is probably around 100, because, like, I doodle dop around, and 20 hours I think is really decent length for the main story, and it's the cutscenes, though? I mean, they're like watching a movie. Seriously. I don't get paid to say any of that. Not an ad. Like, it's so pretty. It reminds me of watching something from, like, Love, Death, and Robots or something like that. It's just so well done. I'm down. Depends on how often we distract you with stuff and things. Exactly, yeah. It's a gorgeous game. I like the story. The story is compelling so far. I really enjoy that there's, like, a story going on between the characters, and then their job is just kind of like a side story that's also kind of running parallel to it. I like that. It keeps my ADD brain going. I like the game. I'm really excited to continue it. It's fun. And the heavy-ass dialogue and cutscenes is really nice for me because I can because, you know, when you're sick, just sitting up straight is exhausting. And that is really nice. So I fucking appreciate that shit. But yeah, if you got 50 or whatever it is in your country to spend, and you like the kind of games that pull off like these, if you played Vampire with a Y, I would say that one, it's very similar in terms of just like really beautiful. Like so many little, you know, I always say it's shit they don't have to do. It's stuff that I do when I do housing in games and stuff like that, but it's like when you go into like a kitchen of a house, it's obvious what a kitchen looks like, but they stack like cups and stuff and tip stuff over and put little things on the ground, and I don't know, little things like that, I think just make it more immersive. It makes it feel more tangible. 44.99 pounds, not bad. I mean, I don't think that's terrible. I don't know. It's so rare that I buy a game. I mean, Hades seriously is like the only game I've even considered buying as soon as it comes out in a really long time. It's thematic, yeah. Like, and there's not even just the giant cutscenes. Like the conversations you have with other characters are kind of like mini cutscenes that they actually like. It's not just a camera flipping between two characters. They actually like walk around and do things, and animation's off the charts. It's been a long time since I played a game like this. It's just so pretty. Forgive me if I'm overtly impressed. It's more entertaining to me than Witcher, but Witcher I truly believe was just like that Geralt, like, fuck. Didn't really get me. But I get what you mean. It's like, What would you call it? High fantasy light? Oh, no shit. So Hella Devol says, I'd love to see what decisions you make, and all those decisions have super weight. So this is a decision-heavy game. So, like, when I jokingly choose sass, we're making decisions here. Yeah? I love that. Consequences. We took a cheers every time there was a cutscene. Now Katie's super high. I had fun today, though. This game is sick. It's like dark fantasy. Yeah, like dark fantasy. I say light because it's not overbearingly fantasy in that it's not like fairies and griffins and things like every 2 inches. You're not like, you know, just being drowned out with like overt visuals of fantasy aspects, but it feels very modern, realistic, fantastical. I don't know how to put that. Like it's possible. Fantasy. Fantasy? Yeah, I need to raid someone and go drink water. I'm the same. I usually only buy shit on sale unless it's something I've been desperately looking forward to, which absolutely happens. Let me see. Who is Lerv? Ooh, you know what? I know we're gonna raid Smokeloak. He's playing Dragon's Dogma, and I've wanted to see this for a bit because you guys were talking about how much you think I would like it the other day, and I was like, have I played it? Not knowing it's literally a new game that just came out, cause idiot. Just out of touch. Been sick. These days, you only have to wait a couple of weeks for there to be a sale. It really, honestly, I feel like, I don't know if this is real, Stormland, but I feel like sometimes games are released on sale. Is it just me? I'm like, I didn't ever see it not on sale. I'm so sorry, not an idiot. Sometimes she's a little mean to herself, and I think she needs to take a step back and be a little less of a dick to herself. Like, it's not, like, you can't use the excuse, like, I'm nice to everybody else, therefore I can let shit out on yourself. As it's not an excuse, Katie, stop it. Shut up. No. I will. The NyQuil truly, like, I say the NyQuil, but just sleeping through last night has made me feel like a whole new person. Like, I'm obviously so congested and shit, but I don't feel like a zombie. So I'm redoing NyQuil tonight, which means I will probably, hopefully I get up on time, but who knows? NyQuil does crazy things, but I will be here tomorrow. We will continue games. I really enjoy this game. This is great. Let me see. Where's my bouton? So if you don't know who Smokeloak is, I've known him for ages. Smokeloak and Witch and Resistance are 2 of my favorite humans. He has one of the most relaxing voices I know of, but he's playing Dragon's Dogma, and I just saw him playing. It looks so pretty. What the fuck is this? We'll have to talk more about this tomorrow. Yes. That is what will happen. Take your joy, as always. Don't forget to pee after sex. All of the normal things. Drink water. Wash your fucking hands. I see your fingernails. They're disgusting. Thank you, as always, for choosing to come hang out with me, even though I'm this. Obviously, I'm probably not at 100%. I feel it 100%, but I know I'm loopy as fuck. And I'm just grateful to have people that want to hang out. So, thanks, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.